Welcome to the video lecture series on digital signal processing. In this video lecture, we can especially see what is twiddle factor. Previous video we saw about discrete Fourier transform and its basic and how it is used in signal processing to identify the frequency domain, that is magnitude and phase of a system. So what is twiddle factor? Actually e power minus j 2 pi by n. It is called as twiddle factor and it is represented as W of n. So why it is alone taken like this? If you go to the formula of DFT, x of k is nothing but 0 to n minus 1. We have this formula which is explained in the previous video. So you can see while finding out the value of frequency domain, this x of n is multiplied by this e power term each and every time. So repeated multiplication happens. So what it is done is this e power minus j 2 pi by n alone is extracted and it is represented as twiddle factor. So the discrete Fourier transform formula gets modified like this: x of n into Wn of nk. Everything else remains same. So the same twiddle factor can be used while finding the inverse discrete Fourier transform also as W power minus of nk. Got it? So this is the purpose of twiddle factor. So let us go for computing the value of twiddle factor. Let us take an example, W0 of 4, which means that nk value is 0, capital N value is 4. This is small nk. Okay. We all know that W04 can be written as e power minus j 2 pi by n. N value is 4 as per the given twiddle factor. Okay. So on substituting this, e power 0 is 1. So W0 of 4 is 1. Similarly, if we want to compute for W2 of A, instead of W, we put e power minus j 2 pi by n. N value is 8 for this. Got it? So 8. So if we substitute, we get e power minus j pi by 2. E power minus j theta can be written as cos theta minus j sin theta. So cos pi by 2 minus j sin by 2, we get it 0 minus j of 1. So while we are using in terms of pi, we use it in radian mode. If you are using it in degrees, 90 degree, 180 degree and all, you can put it in degree mode. So let us consider for a 4-point sequence. I have already told you in the previous video lecture that k represents the number of samples starting from 0 to n minus 1, that is 0, 1, 3. It is 4-point sample, so 4 samples in frequency domain, it is represented like this. So when we expand from 0 to 3, we will get like this: x of 0, w0 of k, x of 1, w1 of 1k, x of 2, w2 of w4 of 2k, x of 3, w4 of 3k. Similarly, we have to find for x k0, k1, k2, k3. So we will be getting 4 equations like this. For k is equal to 0, we will get x of 0. For k is equal to 1, we will get x of 1. For k equal to 2, x of 2. 3x of 3. When we expand it, while expanding this formula, what we have to do is first we have to substitute two values are there. One is k and another is n. So first we have to substitute k. Then we have to go for algorithmic expansion. So for k0 we have already substituted, and while doing algorithmic expansion we have to substitute the value of small n. While we expand like this, we'll get the 4 equations like this, which can be grouped like this. Capital X of 0, that is represent the frequency domain. It comes at the left-hand side sequence. Then the twiddle factor, and then the time domain sequence x of 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so W0 of 4 is going to be 1. In the previous example itself, we saw how to calculate it. So it is going to be 1. All these remains as such. So this can be written as capital X is equal to W4 of small x. So capital X is nothing but the frequency domain value, small x is time domain value, this twiddle factor matrix. Got it? Thank you. Thank you for patient listening on what is twiddle factor and how to arrive at the twiddle factor matrix for a 4-point sequence. Thank you.